Is it possible that something as natural and healing as honey could be quietly harming your body? Especially if you're over 60, the answer might surprise you. Honey has been called the nectar of the gods. It's antibacterial, soothing, and full of nutrients. But when mixed with the wrong foods, it can turn from medicine into a hidden threat, causing inflammation, digestive issues, and even increasing the risk of memory loss, dementia, or worse. In this video, you'll discover the 3 food combinations that seniors must avoid when using honey. Combinations that might be silently draining your energy or disrupting your gut health without you realizing it. But don't worry, we're also going to explore 3 healing combinations with honey that can soothe inflammation, support restful sleep, boost immunity, and help you feel more alive every day. Whether you've been using honey in your tea, mixing it with home remedies, or simply enjoying it on toast, this could be the most important health video you watch this week. Tap like, hit subscribe, and comment 0 below if you're ready to take control of your health, one mindful habit at a time. Let's begin. You've probably seen it on health blogs or even in your own kitchen routine. A spoonful of honey stirred into a glass of soy milk or drizzled over tofu for a natural, protein-rich meal. It looks wholesome. It feels like a wise choice, plant-based, lightly sweet, gentle on the stomach. But beneath that smooth surface, something happens that your body may quietly protest, especially as you grow older. The truth is, honey and soy, 2 of the most praised natural foods, can create a silent conflict inside your digestive system when combined. Here's why. Raw honey contains organic acids, gluconic acid, citric acid, and others that give it a mild tang and powerful bioactivity. Soy, especially in forms like soy milk and tofu, is high in dense plant-based proteins. When those proteins come into contact with the acids in honey, they start to clump together. This clumping is called protein precipitation. It doesn't sound dramatic, but in your gut, it makes things harder. The protein becomes less absorbable, harder to break down. Instead of being digested smoothly, it lingers. And for those over 60, whose digestion has already slowed, whose enzyme production has naturally declined, this reaction can lead to discomfort and depletion. It's not just about digestion either. When this clumping occurs repeatedly, after morning with your healthy honey soy drink, it can stress your stomach lining and reduce your body's ability to extract nutrients, including essential minerals like iron or zinc. Over time, that may contribute to fatigue, mild anemia, or even mood imbalances linked to nutritional deficiencies. For many seniors who are already dealing with lowered nutrient absorption and fluctuating energy levels, this one food pairing could quietly work against their wellness goals. You might have already felt it without knowing why. A sense of sluggishness after breakfast, a bloated belly that makes movement uncomfortable, or a mild fog that seems to settle in around mid-morning. These are not random. They are your body's signals, quietly pointing to a mismatch you never suspected. So what's the takeaway here? Just because 2 foods are praised separately doesn't mean they belong together. In fact, the most dangerous habits are often the ones that wear the disguise of health. For seniors seeking clarity, strength, and ease in daily living, it's time to rethink what we combine on our plates. Honey is a gift, but like all gifts, it must be used wisely. After breakfast, there's something comforting about holding a warm cup of tea between your hands. For many, especially those over 60, it's part of a quiet morning ritual. A little honey stirred in, just enough to sweeten the bitterness, feels like a loving gesture to your body. It's natural, it's gentle, or so it seems. But here's the quiet twist. The moment that spoon of honey meets tannin-rich tea like black or green, you may be doing your body more harm than good. At the heart of this issue lies a compound called tannin, found in abundance in tea leaves and certain unripe fruits. Tannins bind to iron, which is one of the valuable trace minerals found in raw honey. When honey and tannins meet in your digestive tract, they form insoluble complexes that your body can't absorb. This means your immune-supporting, energy-giving honey becomes nutritionally neutral, or worse, it blocks absorption of iron from other foods you've eaten. For older adults, especially those already at risk of anemia or low iron levels, This interaction can quietly drain energy, affect focus, and weaken resistance over time. The risk doesn't stop at nutrient loss. Many people stir honey into tea while it's still steaming hot, unaware that high temperatures can break down honey's most delicate healing compounds, its enzymes, antioxidants, and antimicrobial agents. By the time the cup reaches your lips, the golden healing elixir may have already lost much of its power. Add to that the astringent nature of tannins, which can constrict the stomach lining in sensitive individuals, and you get a recipe for digestive heaviness, mild nausea, or that odd, tight feeling in your gut after tea. You might think it's just old age, but your body might be reacting to what's in your cup. This matters more than ever after 60. As we age, our ability to absorb nutrients decreases. Iron deficiency becomes more common, and with it comes tiredness, brittle nails, brain fog, or even breathlessness from small tasks. When the body is already working harder to maintain balance, even small daily habits like that beloved cup of tea can either support or sabotage you. So here's the principle: not all healthy things belong together. Honey and tea on their own have benefits, but their pairing needs care. Warm, not hot, mindful, not automatic. Listen to how your body responds after your morning drink. That quiet fatigue. It may not be aging. It might just be a lesson in better pairing. Many of us have heard of old-fashioned remedies passed down through generations, simple mixtures made from ingredients in the kitchen. One of the most common is raw onions soaked in honey. It's praised online as a natural cure for colds, high blood pressure, and even persistent coughs. On the surface, it sounds like a powerful combination. Both are celebrated for their antibacterial and anti-inflammatory effects. Yet when we look closer, this blend, beloved by many, is not as harmless as it seems. In fact, for older adults, with sensitive digestion and changing internal rhythms, it may quietly do more harm than good. Onions contain a compound called allicin, known for its strong smell and sharp taste. This compound becomes volatile when mixed with other active ingredients, especially in the warmth of the stomach. Honey, being rich in natural acids and enzymes, begins to interact with the allicin in unpredictable ways. This pairing often creates internal fermentation, a reaction that produces gas, disrupts gut flora, and increases acidity. For a digestive system already weakened by age, this can lead to bloating, burping, discomfort, or even cramping that lingers for hours. While both honey and onion are considered medicinal on their own, their combined bioactivity can cancel out each other's benefits, or worse, spark internal conflict. For seniors, this is more than a matter of mild discomfort. After 60, the digestive system becomes slower, less resilient. The gut's ability to tolerate sharp compounds, acids, and active enzymes decreases. In this context, what used to be a strong natural remedy in your 30s may become a source of gut stress or systemic irritation later in life. Some people have even reported dry eyes, head pressure, or subtle vision discomfort after using this combination frequently. While scientific data is still evolving, traditional medicine and anecdotal evidence have long warned that not all combinations suit the aging body. Perhaps you've felt the signs before. You take a spoonful of onion honey syrup and expect relief, but instead feel uneasy. Your stomach feels heavy, your breath changes, and the sense of lightness you were hoping for never comes. These are not coincidences. Your body is trying to tell you something. So here's the simple truth. Just because two natural things are good doesn't mean they belong together. Nature has rhythm and balance, and as we age, we need to honor that more than ever. Listen to how your body reacts, not just what the internet says. Sometimes wisdom is knowing when to separate what seems helpful, so healing can truly happen. After warning you about what not to pair with honey, let's shift the energy. Because sometimes, the gentlest solutions are hidden in the simplest memories. Maybe you remember this from childhood, a warm cup of milk before bed, the quiet of night settling in, a sense of safety and care. Now, imagine adding a teaspoon of raw honey. That one change can turn this old tradition into a healing ritual that supports not only restful sleep, but also emotional calm and overnight recovery, especially as we age. Here's why this pairing works so well. Milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that helps the brain produce serotonin. Serotonin, in turn, plays a key role in producing melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. But on its own, tryptophan doesn't always cross into the brain easily. That's where honey steps in. The natural sugars in raw honey cause a gentle release of insulin, which helps more tryptophan pass the blood-brain barrier. In simple terms, honey acts like a key that unlocks the full power of milk's natural sleep chemistry. Together, they calm the nervous system, steady your breath, and guide the body into deeper rest. For seniors struggling with fragmented sleep, nighttime anxiety, or the kind of restlessness that no pillow can fix, this combination is worth revisiting. As we get older, melatonin production declines and so does serotonin. The result is light sleep, early waking, or mental spinning at 2 a.m. Over time, poor sleep chips away at memory, mood, blood pressure, and immune function. A cup of warm milk with honey, taken 30-60 minutes before bed, can help reset that. Cycle gently without medication, without morning grogginess. And you may have already noticed this. Some nights you fall asleep easily, but wake up anxious or hungry. That could be blood sugar dipping too low during the night. Honey helps keep your blood sugar steady, preventing those jarring 3 a.m. wake-ups. Meanwhile, the warmth of the milk soothes your chest, belly, and breath, relaxing the body into a state of quiet readiness for sleep. So what's the takeaway? Not all remedies require effort or expense. Some of the most powerful healing comes from daily rituals done with care. Honey and warm milk don't just taste good, they speak to your body's ancient rhythms. If sleep has been slipping away from you, don't chase it. Invite it back with calm, with warmth, with sweetness, and give your body a reason to rest. Sometimes healing comes not from the pharmacy, but from a spice jar. Cinnamon, often dusted on apple pie or stirred into holiday drinks, holds more power than most people realize, especially when paired with honey. At first, it might seem like just a cozy flavor combination, something you'd add to oatmeal or warm tea on a cold morning. But hidden behind that sweetness is a quiet synergy that supports blood flow, eases inflammation, and balances blood sugar, 3 vital functions that tend to weaken as we age. What makes this pairing so special is how their properties complement each other at the biochemical level. Cinnamon contains cinnamaldehyde, a compound known to help relax blood vessels and reduce stiffness in the arteries. It also has anti-inflammatory effects that soothe the body from the inside out. Meanwhile, honey adds not only a comforting sweetness, but also enzymes and antioxidants that amplify cinnamon's impact. Together, they help regulate circulation, support healthy blood pressure, and reduce the kind of chronic low-grade inflammation that many seniors deal with silently. After 60, your cardiovascular system no longer responds as efficiently as it once did. You may notice cold hands or feet, occasional dizziness when standing up too fast, or tingling after sitting too long. These are signs that your blood flow is slowing. Add in joint pain, rising glucose levels, and hormonal shifts, and the body begins to carry a quiet burden. That's where honey and cinnamon offer their help, not as a cure-all, but as a gentle daily support system. You might have experienced it already without connecting the dots. A warm drink with cinnamon and honey that left you feeling clearer, lighter and more awake, not in a jittery way, but in a balanced, steady kind of way. That's not just comfort. That's chemistry working in your favor. And for those watching their sugar levels, cinnamon has also been shown to slow the absorption of natural sugars, helping you avoid the spikes and crashes that often follow even small, sweet treats. So what's the principle here? Healing doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's a quiet habit, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a touch of honey, a morning ritual that steadies your heart and warms your joints. For those in their 60s and beyond, this isn't just about taste, it's about treating the body like something worth caring for, gently every single day. Let your food work with you, not against you. Now that we've explored the warmth of cinnamon and the calm of milk, let's turn to something sharper, something unexpected. The radish. Often overlooked in American kitchens, this crisp, peppery root has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, especially in Asian cultures. On its own, it's known to clear mucus, aid digestion, and support the lungs. But when paired with honey, it transforms into a surprisingly gentle remedy for coughs, sore throats, and even immune fatigue. What begins as a pungent vegetable becomes, with honey's help, a soft and healing elixir. Scientifically speaking, radish contains compounds like raffinine and isothiocyanates, natural agents that help thin mucus, fight bacteria, and reduce inflammation. Honey, on the other hand, coats the throat, soothes irritation, and delivers enzymes that support immunity. Together, they don't clash, they cooperate. Honey tempers the harshness of radish while amplifying its effects. This pairing not only relieves congestion, but also helps the body expel lingering phlegm, making it easier to breathe and sleep through the night. And unlike over-the-counter cough syrups, this natural duo comes without side effects or drowsiness. For seniors, especially those prone to seasonal allergies, recurring coughs, or dry throats made worse by indoor heating, this is more than just a folk remedy. As we age, the body becomes slower to clear out mucus. The immune system responds more cautiously. Even a mild cold can linger for weeks, turning nights into cycles of interrupted sleep and fatigue. In this stage of life, what we need are solutions that are both strong and kind, remedies that work in rhythm with the body, not against it. If you've ever taken a spoonful of this mixture, thin slices of radish steeped overnight in raw honey, you may already know the feeling. That gentle clearing of the chest, the subtle warmth in your sinuses, the quiet gratitude of a body no longer battling congestion. Some seniors stir the mixture into warm water, creating a tea that soothes both the throat and the spirit. So what? Does this teach us that healing often hides in humble places? The radish sharp and cleansing, the honey soft and supportive. Together they do what neither can do alone. And that perhaps is the deeper wisdom here. Not everything powerful is loud. Sometimes relief comes not with force, but with balance. Listen to what your body asks for. Often it's something simple, honest, and already in your kitchen. As we grow older, it becomes clear that wellness is no longer about chasing trends or trying every new remedy. It's about listening, truly listening, to how our body responds. Today, you've learned that even something as natural as honey can either heal or harm, depending on what we mix it with. These quiet details, often overlooked, can have lasting effects on our digestion, energy, sleep, and long-term health. So the lesson here is simple, but powerful. Don't just ask if something is healthy, ask if it's healthy for you. Our bodies after 60 are more sensitive, more intuitive, and more deserving of care than ever before. By choosing the right food combinations and avoiding harmful pairings, you're not just nourishing your body, you're respecting it. If you've ever experienced unexpected reactions from certain foods or have a family remedy you'd like to share, please leave your story in the comments below. Your wisdom might quietly help someone else live and age more gracefully.